Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my resellers. Welcome in, welcome in. How is everyone?
Hello, everyone.
How is everybody? How's everybody's eBay store doing? June, what yours doing this week?
So-so.
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 Right.
Just
So-so.
one about every other day, I think I've been doing.
Hey, Swamp. How are you, Glenn? Hey, KK.
I started inventory.
Did you? Good for
Yes,
you.
I'm thinking about changing my whole setup.
Oh, really?
Yes, indeed. Just trying to figure out. I have everything in bins, but my husband and I feel like we would have more space if we didn't do it that way and do it very similar to the way that you did it. And that way my stuff isn't mixed, have toys with toys, household goods with household goods. I think that we would have less of not being able to locate items.
Well, that's for sure, because
Yeah.
like if I can't find a book, I know the bins my books are in, right? If I can't find a shirt, I know the bins my shirts are in, even though there's a lot of bins of them.
I mean, even if I went with the bins with like items, would even be better than what I'm doing.
Yeah, why wouldn't you use bins? I'm curious. Hi, Nicole. Hi, honey.
I mean, I could do bins, but I would like my units to have all toys on this unit, all, do it that way now. But right now, I just look, okay, if I have makeup, I'll say, okay, bin 81 has space. Let me put it in 81. Okay, I got makeup tomorrow. Oh, bin 1 has space. Let me go throw it in bin 1.
Okay.
See, so wherever has space is where that item goes.
Okay.
And it's so mixed up. And I can't do that. This year has been very bad with days spent looking for stuff. I can't do that anymore. It's stressful.
No.
It's very
And
stressful.
unfortunately, it happens to all of us. And it's happened to us so many times over the 20-something years now reselling. And I guess it does help a little bit. But doing inventory, truly. Hi, Jenny, honey. Welcome in. Hi. Did I say hi to Nicole? Nicole, honey. Hi. You guys tell me, I mean, do you guys do inventory on a regular basis? Like, here's my issue, and I think I mentioned this the other day. Rob and I know because he marked it on the bins, the clothing bins, that we did inventory in April of 2024. Now, I know that's right because we moved into this house. Yeah, see, Glenn said he had to cancel an order last week because he couldn't find it, which, we try to kind of claw our way with the customer and kind of make it almost like we're asking the customer, do you want to cancel, so we can turn it around and make it like the customer canceled, right?
I have to do it.
We've all done that. Sometimes it's hard to do that, though.
Well, mine did me good. He ended up telling me to keep the money, but I couldn't just keep the money and not send him something. So I sent him something else. And when I get it, after I get done with inventory, I'm just going to ship him that item. But I sent him the wrong item. But eBay don't know that. He's happy. I'm happy. And I'm just going to ship it to him for free because he didn't get me.
He didn't get what he was supposed to get. Yeah.
He's okay with it. He said, you are so kind for being honest. But what's funny is it's not just his item. I had 4 of them and they're all 4 gone.
Oh, no.
So that's not that I didn't sell all of them. I did not sell them. I remember they're those cars, Steve, those brickyard cars.
Oh, yeah.
They were all, it's
now, I want to talk about multi-quantity also. So let me just address. Nicole says, my stuff is so messed up. I'm so unorganized. I know. And Nicole, when you start getting larger in inventory, and June can attest to this, because June started out as just a very limited reseller and has now grown
1,801 items I printed
right.
yesterday.
And she was like, started out 5, 10, 20. And over the last 3 years now, she's grown to 1,800. So I can definitely relate. See, Jenny says right now they're going through all the board games and finding tons that aren't listed anymore, which I don't understand what happens with that, Jenny. I just don't understand how things just fall off. And the same thing with me, right? A bunch of clothing. I went through all the clothes and I'm like, we just did inventory in April. Oh, yay, Nicole just hit 1,940. Yay, may I come up? Boy, what's up, KK? We're talking eBay, KK. What's up? I can't.
Oh, wow, 67. I can't wait till I get to 2,000. I'd be celebrating.
Yeah, Jenny has 6,700 items because a lot of them, and I'm not disrespecting you, Jenny, in any way, shape, or form, but to be honest with you, I know 6,700 because I had over 10,000 when it came to books, and you do a lot of DVD and media, and I get it. I mean, and that to me, you can lose more so than sometimes.
Are they counting multi-quantity too? How are they counting? Did they count different items, or did they count if I have 10 of one? Is that one item counted as 10? You understand what I'm asking?
Oh. Yeah. Well, everybody does inventory differently, KK, so it's kind of hard to talk about one way or another. Everybody honestly has their own method. So, it's really to each his own. Like I do it a certain way, June does it a certain way. I'm sure Jenny does it a certain way. And it's hard when you have different items. It depends on what you're selling as well. Like I like the bin system. I like my A through Z with 20 something pieces of inventory in each bin. Like this is from the X bin, right? So this is X8 and all of these. So Jenny says I don't have a lot of multiples. I'm not sure actually. All right, so Jenny, if Jenny's saying 6,000 items, so at the end of the day, when you look on eBay, there's a number. In fact, let me share my screen here. Let me just see if I can.
I do have a question about the inventory.
All right, hold on one second. Let me just do this. Let me share. And let me go here and let me share this. All right, so let me go up to the top of, so here, I have 549 active listings. This is on one of the stores, right? And I definitely, I now I have 556. Is that more or less? I don't know. I think I've been playing around with this store. So, but look here, the quantity, can you guys see this, is 1328. So there's where the multi-quantity would live.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking. Okay.
So yeah, and this would be the retail value, 24,000, which is really the lowest I've been, especially on Robbie's store, in a really long time. But I'm trying to kind of come up with a new plan on. I went to look, and we talked about this last time. I probably only have 100 that have multiples, right? So this just tells me how many total active listings I have, individual active listings, and then that other number is the multi-quantity.
Can you bring that back up so I can ask you a question about it?
Sure.
Okay. Go over to where it says, you know how you can change by touching the little arrows on the SKU?
Oh, you mean here? Oh, you mean this edit thing here?
Like you can put them in alphabetical order.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay. On the SKU.
On the SKU. Okay. Yes.
Okay. See where's your SKU at? It's not
right
showing.
Here. It's my second column because that's how I usually do find things like this 3M. I know I don't have it. Why I'm not taking it down, I don't
Okay.
know.
Now, okay, you want to put that with the lowest number, okay, coming up first. Okay, you do the alphabet, don't you? You don't do numbers.
Well, for the most part, but I have, because we had so much clothes
Let me
after
tell you
Z,
what
we went
eBay
to
does.
numbers.
Let me tell you what eBay does. It starts off, the number system starts off with number 1, right?
Right.
It goes 1, and we go 2, don't we? Not eBay. eBay goes 1 and then 1 1.
Or 10. Yeah.
Or
10.
10.
1 0.
Is there a way for me
So
to
yes, there is. There 100% is, and I'm going to show you. Let me
Oh
put
my
my
God.
let
Thank
me
you.
let me put this back up. Yes. So let me go. This is
Write that
basically
down.
how I get around it. Now
Get a
the
piece of paper. So
okay, so like here's my A's. See how I have my A's?
Uh-huh.
09, 10, 12, 13, 14. I also put a space in just in case, but I use the 0. You have to use the 0 as a space holder. So 01, 02, 03, then it will put it before 10. Otherwise, if you just do 1, 10 will come after.
Oh,
Does
so
that make
after
sense?
0 1, and
Right.
then if I want it to come up 2 next, I'll put 0 2.
Right, exactly.
Then it won't come up 1 1.
Correct. Correct. You have to use all the placeholders because remember, it's not that smart. It's only sorting based on your placeholders. So if you have number 1, it's now going to look for number 1 1 or 1 0. It's not going to look for number. It's not math savvy. It's only numbers. It's, order savvy.
How did you figure that out?
It probably took me a little bit of time, but I did figure that out because I'm like, how do I get, I mean, it's, it's like anything else, you play around with it long enough and you're like, shoot. And I make mistakes too sometimes. Sometimes I'll put like 823 and then, I'm on to 830 and I'll forget to put a space or something like that. And then it jumbles it out of.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, the other thing is when you have this stuff listed and you sell similar, or let's say something falls out, or be careful with your quantity. Be careful with your quantity because it's happened to me before. I have 4 pairs of X8 shorts, right? And then for whatever reason is I end the listing because I want to sell similar, or I don't know, I'm on vacation, or I don't want to sell while I'm away or something, and the listing falls in the unsolds. When you go to sell similar, if you have sold all of these but one, it's going to be relisted with quantity 4. So you want to check the quantity if you have something with multiple quantities. That happens to me constantly. Yes, Nicole, it's happened to me in the past. And I'm like, shoot, I don't have 4 of these anymore. I only have 1.
What's she talking about?
She's talking about what I just said.
Okay, spreadsheet counts.
Oh, you mean KK? Yeah, that's how the spreadsheet counts. Yeah, because it takes the placeholders. So when you sell similar, make sure that if you have multiple quantities, you correct the quantities, because this is how we're like, oh my God, I thought I sold all of those and now it's showing that I still have them. So that's another way how that. Now, don't ask me to explain how eBay relists something that you swear you sold already and there it is. I am sure somewhere along the way, it is so easy to forget. And that's why I do, honestly, Nicole, that's why I do inventory. And June just mentioned she's doing inventory. And June, I'm not meaning to do this to call you out, but how are you doing inventory?
Okay, this is very easy to explain. I printed my active listings, all pages. It was a Rima paper. I took bin number 1 off the shelf, took every single thing out of it. I took the sheet, and if an item is in that bin that's not on that sheet, I pulled it out and I stuck it in a bin all by itself. Because I may find on another sheet where it was supposed to go in bin 20. Are you
right? You could have changed the number. That's what happened to a couple of these as well.
I'm not going to change it on the computer or nothing. I'm going to, okay, let's say that my sheet says that cup was supposed to be in there. It's missing. It's not in there. That gets circled on my sheet as missing. I'm not going to go hunting for it. Okay, it's circled because maybe when I get to bin 48, there's that cup. Right? Yeah. I'm going to do all my corrections in the end.
Yeah, I got to get my sheet. Hold on.
That's going to have the stuff in it. Now, hypothetically, if I get to bin 48 and my bin that I've got all my stuff in has it, I will take it out and put it in it at that time and change it on the sheet. That's how I'm doing it. And then put that bin back up. But we're going to make the decision today. We have to before we get deep in it. If I want to take them, my toys and put them on the shelf out of a bin. And what I want to keep in bins is clothes. I do like T does. She has her clothes folded in bins. Right, exactly. Same way.
Right. So like there's 2 I circled, and that's because they're not there for some reason. Now,
the only thing I'm not counting is I have 155 lotions, little trial size lotions. I'm not counting 155 of them. I just did. I know they're in there. I'm just going to make sure that they're in there.
All right. Let's talk about that too, because you and I did talk about this the other day. And I'm going to make a suggestion. Up to you guys if you really want to adhere to this kind of idea or not. June has 151 of some lotion I sold her way back when. Who knows, right? I don't know if I want you to list 150 of them. But you guys tell me what you think. I think that if a buyer sees that you have multi-quantity sometimes, they're like, I can buy it next week. I'll wait till I get paid next month. Oh, it's going to be there for a while, right?
Reason, yeah.
I don't know. That's, I never thought that before, but the more I think about it with the multi-quantity stuff, I'm like, I wonder if I should
say that. I would say that.
I wonder if we should keep that down to a minimum. Now, here's the problem. Junebug changes that quantity to 5. Let's just say, let's make it 5 instead of 155, right? Let's try to sell 5. And then once the 5 are sold, go into the sold and then hit relist or sell similar, and 5 more will appear. But are we going to remember that? That's always my thing as well.
I will, because you know what I did? I put them in the bin. I put all of them in the bin.
Okay.
I will remember because I put all 155 in the bin as they were listed. That's why I did that, so that I would remember. I was worried about that when you said that to me.
Yeah.
I said, what if you don't remember to put them back in? That's why I did that.
I agree to put a much lower quantity. Yeah, I think so, Jenny, because, even some of my shirts like that, I have 20, 30, 40. Clearwater. Hi, Kathy. How are you, honey? Good to see you. I agree, because sometimes when you have 37 shirts like I have in one of the sports shirts, and June, you have a bunch of my shirts too that you bought, right? So I don't know, maybe just put 2 up, maybe somebody's more.
I think that's why those dresses haven't sold at Easter last year.
Yeah, and it's gonna be
I think
Easter again now,
I think
you
I'm
know.
gonna I think I'm gonna pull some of them.
Yeah. Ash Wednesday is next Wednesday, a week from Wednesday, right? Yeah. So we're getting into Lent and 'tis the
Those are
season.
gorgeous dresses too. Those are gorgeous. I might put them on. You know what, y'all? What do y'all think about putting?
KK, only when you list 155. Hi, Gayleen. Hi, honey. If you list 155 and you sell 6 of them, it will show you quantity left
Yes, it does.
149. But there's no other way unless you keep your own spreadsheet to keep track of that. Spring, thank God. Haha, it's beautiful here today, Jenny. 65 degrees and sunny.
I think I'm
Take
gonna
a
put
look at
my
the sun out
store
there. I couldn't keep my computer over there because it's too bright.
on sale about the time people get their income taxes back.
Right.
You know, I think I'll wait till latter March because I think more people will start getting their taxes back, and they want
Yeah.
to stretch their bucks.
Yeah.
You know?
So those dresses really
They're gorgeous.
puzzle me why more people didn't. And Robbie had those dresses priced pretty reasonable. I mean, when you look
I
at
don't
what
remember.
I think the dresses themselves were marked $99 or something
I don't
crazy
remember
like
what I
that.
have them listed
But
for.
I think he might have had them listed for like $19.99.
He did.
I think so.
I'm fixing to see what I have mine listed for. I don't remember what I have them listed for, but we were messing with them yesterday. And I just
Woohoo!
think I put them
Jenny.
all up too. I'm going to pull some of them and do like I have 5 or something. I really am because I think I'd sell some. I
Yeah,
did say
the white ones too. I'm surprised. The white ones, I would almost be tempted to put Flower Girl also.
I think that's what I was going to say. Or even add some as church dresses. I mean, I'd change the title.
Yeah, well, you could probably add multi words there: church, marry, or bridal, or flower girl, or something like that. Those white ones are beautiful. I think there is a way to replenish to quantity in your settings when you only have a certain number left.
Huh.
Yeah, Kathy, the thing was that we were just saying was, I don't know if like June has 155 or something. I don't know if it's smart to list all 155. And again, the more I think about it now, and you guys correct this if I'm wrong, I think I'm wrong that it doesn't show you that you have 155. You know what it shows? It shows 10 or more than 10 or something like that. I think it says. Am I right? Now that I think about that, I think that's
some of them do. I've seen it say 155.
You have. Okay.
I have, but I also have seen 10 or more. You're right.
Yeah, more than 10 or something like that.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
maybe you got to keep it under that number, and maybe really, I mean, even with those dresses, I would almost say 2 or 3 max.
I think so too.
I don't know. But again, I don't.
I'm going to go out there. I'm going to go to my office and work today too.
We're all trying to figure out this damn eBay algorithm all the time to figure out what's going to work, what's not going to work, what's going to sell. List 5 to 10 available and replenish when 1 or 2 sold. Yes, Kathy, for sure. Yes. Especially on the 155 quantity. Now, on the dresses, you probably only have about 20 or 30, but I would just go with 2 or 3 and just add 2 or 3 as you go. I keep it definitely under.
And those are absolutely gorgeous.
They're beautiful.
Those pictures do not do it justice.
No, they're beautiful.
I'm going to give my granddaughter, I think I'm going to give her one of each size, to be honest with you. She can almost wear the small one now.
I was going to say, are they even going to fit?
Not now, but
not yet. No.
You know,
but you see, the other thing that I would advertise the white one is communion.
I was fixing to ask you that, but I couldn't remember the word.
Yeah, Holy Communion. It's a white dress. The girls wear a white dress. And you know what? Some parents cannot afford to buy a beautiful $100 communion dress. But the retail,
I got them at $25.
okay, I think that's fair.
That is fair with $8.33 shipping. Those are absolutely gorgeous dresses.
I know.
Guys, y'all need to look at them. They really are beautiful. They would make a fabulous a gift for someone. Oh, I'm definitely going to get my granddaughter one of every size. That way she can have one every year.
Yeah.
Every time she grows. I love them.
All right, I'm going to drop June's.
I thought she said she's going to drop me. I was going to say, well, what did I do?
No, I'm going to drop. Somebody's asked the name of your shop, so I'm just going to drop your store in the chat.
Okay, thank you. I just think they don't. To me, the pictures don't do them justice.
How come it didn't? Oh, that's weird.
Especially I was going to say especially the pink one, but then when I see the white one, it's pretty too.
I hit the wrong
quality too. Did you see the quality of those dresses?
The quality is really good on those.
I'm a seamstress, you know what I'm saying? I even pulled on it, to check the seams. I can guarantee you one thing, I couldn't make it for that.
I know.
Even with the shipping added to it, I couldn't make it for that. Oh, and my granddaughter, I could just see her twirling in that thing saying, look at me, I'm pretty. Of course, she's only 3, so she...
Hi, Boatman.
She needs to have her little granddaughter, but it looks like she's going to only have grandsons.
All right, that's June's eBay store.
Y'all, that would make an absolutely great gift for someone that wants a nice gift.
Boatman, let me give you your wrench back. I don't know what happened to your wrench. It seems to have
poor Boatman. He's
disappeared.
He's in black letters too.
All right, you should be good now. All right. Make sure you're subscribed, because if you're not subscribed, you're going to lose it again.
Well, he's probably on a different device or something.
Sometimes that
happens.
Bye, Glenn. Bye, honey. All right, there you go.
Take care, Betty. That's cute. Did you see what he accidentally typed A?
So yeah, just I guess when you talk about quantities, that's 2 things to consider. Number 1 is if you're selling similar, make sure the quantities are correct, because if you did sell any and you're trying to refresh your listing, you want to make sure that it doesn't default back to your original quantity. And number 2 is that you may want to consider not showing so many quantities of a specific item, just because I feel like then the urgency isn't there. Again, am I right or wrong when I say that?
It's 17 available.
On the dress?
On that size. Yeah, it gives the number.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the listing.
Okay, so maybe we got to change. Maybe you got to.
Yes, I'm going to do that when I get off. I'm going to change all of them to 3.
Yeah.
And see if I can't move them. I'm not going to drop those little dresses any lower than 25. I think they're very well worth more than what we have them at.
And if you honestly look at the actual retail price of those dresses, I'm almost sure they were $99. Guys, I'm not saying any of them sold for $99. They probably
I took a picture of the tag in the photo, I think.
Do you?
I think I do. I always do. Let me see. Yep, I did. Wait. Let me see. Yep, I did. 45 on that.
Oh, 45. I don't know why I thought 99, but okay.
Because there was another dress. There was another dress that was 99.
Okay.
That you saw.
The pink one. Is this the white one or the pink one?
That was the pink one. Let me check the white one because it's right below it.
Because then there was blue ones too, but I don't know if you got the blue
I don't think I got the blue ones.
I think I kept the blue ones for some reason because I only had 2 or 3 of them.
Let me check the white one. I'm trying to do it on my phone, so it's that white one is absolutely. They're silky. The white one, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Did I take a picture of the tag of the white one? Oh my, pretty. This one's a plus size. This one. Here it is. Let me see. No, it's 45 too.
Okay.
I mean, it's 48. And see, it's a plus size too, but I don't know why. Oh, because it's a half size.
Oh, 14 and a half, 16 and a half. Yeah, some of those dresses were like husky. Well, girls sometimes that age are,
10 and a half to 12 and a half. So that's a good, yeah, I'm telling y'all. And I put the size, yeah.
Kathy's asking if you have a Photoshop app.
No, years ago when I was young, I did. Photoshop's kind of outdated, isn't it?
No.
I thought it was.
No, you probably just don't have the new one. Photoshop's expensive.
Yeah, but there's other things out there is what I mean. It's kind of I didn't mean outdated. I meant technology-wise, there's other.
Well, for the most part, most of our iPhones take better pictures or as good pictures.
Right.
But I think she's asking so that you can fix your pictures inside eBay. I think that might.
Do I need it?
I have photo room. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is there's other apps. I didn't mean like outdated, like crap. I didn't mean that. I just meant
you have crap, Kathy. Everything you have is crap.
That came out wrong, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm joking with you.
Let me shut up because it wasn't nice what I said.
eBay has the built-in. eBay has.
Yes, they do. They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure how you would. I mean, Canva. Yes, you can use Canva. That's true. I don't waste my time on. I'm bad. Like this is why I need Rob because this is why I have such a struggle doing.
I'm like T. I don't fool with fixing. If my phone don't do it.
Yeah, she's saying the dresses are beautiful, but the color is muted.
Oh, is it? Okay, then I do need something. Okay. Somebody else said something about one of my photos. Muted meaning dull, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what she means.
Could it be my lighting, would you say?
It could be that too, but I thought you were pretty good with lighting, but yes, right in the pictures, the dresses are beautiful, but color muted. And sorry if you weren't asking. No, it's fine, Kathy. Hey, that's why we're here to help one another for sure. And get some feedback.
I am asking. I want to know.
Hi. What's going on, Betty? How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. I'm good, thanks. I'm here with friends.
I would like it because I try to use different devices. I bought a very expensive camera to use. Y'all, it takes the most beautiful pictures looking at the camera. I don't know how to get them off the camera.
Oh no.
They're on the camera, but I don't know how to put them on the camera. I mean, off the camera.
T in chat, friendly advice. You just need to grind and list. It's not always fun for sure. Yes, true.
Maybe
what camera do you have?
Huh?
What camera do you have?
I'm going to bring it when I come, okay?
Okay.
What brand is it? I don't know, but we bought it. The first year when I did it, I kind of went,
you went a little overboard with eBay. She got really involved in listing on eBay and bought an expensive camera.
Everything. Like my printer was.
Now she's going to be selling the camera on eBay.
Oh no! I think I bought $1,000 printer.
I do too, Kathy. I use my iPhone.
I use my iPad, my iPhone. Bought a camera. I tried everything. I bought 2 Rollos. I just went out crazy. And that see her light behind her? I got her that. But I bought 2 of those, ring light, tents, all kinds of things. And I bought a tent where you put the item in it. Big, huge tent.
Yep. Brian has that. Mr. Buys a lot.
All kinds of stuff, y'all. I don't even use the tent.
So much easier.
I bought a turn thing that turns your items. Hands, fingers.
Yeah, clothes are hard to catch good lighting sometimes. That I don't disagree. I'll tell you what, way back when, I can't even tell you what year it was, we actually used to use natural light and take the pictures outside.
It's too little. I can't see I can't touch, my finger's too fat. I'd be touching every letter on the phone with one finger.
Oh, what, to take pictures on your phone?
No, I can't list on the phone at all.
Oh, yeah, but you know what I do, because I usually look for the same item and then just sell similar. So I don't have to type in a lot of stuff.
That's why I have a 40-inch monitor. T said, do you need a bigger screen? Remember Rob said that? He said, damn, June, do you need a bigger computer?
Well, this is my father. Oh, you can't really see it there. Had that TV, and he has his own TV that he uses for his computer monitor. I'm not that point. Remember to bounce light off a white back, not on a product. Yeah. So eBay too, you really are supposed to be using a white background, although I see people all the time that don't use white backgrounds. Supposedly they get suppressed in the listing, but I'm so tired of hearing all this supposedlys and maybes. And
I heard black works too, but I tried that. It doesn't. Yeah. I even bought a white, you saw mine, right? The vinyl.
Yes.
I had bought vinyl with the, the T-bar, and it comes down, comes over a table, goes down over to the floor. Oh yes. Rob loved my setup. T did too. She said, man, you got to set up, don't I?
Yes, you do.
It's crazy. I played with it. But I do like where I take my pictures though, because I have where I take my pictures, and I have an L shape. So my item is here, and then I put it over on the table. And once I take the pictures, I put it back over here and to get it ready to either, go put it up. So I have a system there.
As long as you're working or touching eBay daily, algorithms will catch your listing. For sure, Kathy, that definitely, because that's why I say, even if you can't list new stuff, that's why I'm always playing with my eBay. I honestly can say I haven't sourced in over a year. Truly have not sourced. There's stuff here that I still don't have listed. There's stuff here that I take down and sell similar. When we did inventory last time, I took my whole store down and listed it, a couple a day. If you're doing all of that, they'll sell. I mean, I probably need to really purge, and I probably need to
come source here. I have a storage unit.
Yeah, I know. From me, I know.
But what is Jenny talking about?
eBay actually gives you lots of different backgrounds in the apps to use. Oh, do they? Okay. All right. I don't play with that stuff. Again, Robbie was my lister. I haven't really gone in there to list anything in a while.
I forgot. He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He liked listing clothes a lot, didn't he? I hate it.
It's like anything else. It's what you know and what you're used to.
I like it now a little bit too, because I can see why. It's not that hard.
No.
He said always do the measurements, because they're gonna come back and ask you. Sure they do. They do. Everyone that I didn't, they always come back and say, how long is it?
I swear sometimes too, there's people out there just looking for listings without measurements. That's what I say. But whatever. It's all about what you like and what you know. Look, when I first started eBay in 1999, 2000, whatever it was, I did a lot of glass. I did a lot of Murano, Lenox, all kinds of different stuff. Mikasa, like just lots of glass, lots of collectibles and stuff like that. I even did Pyrex and Tupperware and some other stuff at the time. Then I got into books. That's all I did was books, 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 books. 10,000 books. I was an anchor store because that's how many books. I went on Amazon. I did years of books, right? And it was just because I was tired of the glass. I'm like, they can't be chipped. They can't break, right? All these things about books. So you decide you're going to sell books. Then when Casey and I had talked a couple of times and he's like, T, you got to get those books off, T. It's pulling down your store. And he was right because I was getting stupid with the books. It was like every book in the world was listed on T's eBay store and it was getting stupid. I wasn't picking and choosing. It's like we all talk about eBay, right? Some of us come to the conclusion after a few years that I ain't selling nothing that I ain't making $30+ or more on. And there's some people that still are happy with $5, $10, $20, 15, whatever, right? So to each their own, everybody goes through ebbs and flows with their eBay store, and they all go close, 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 close. Again, they can't break, but there's a lot of returns in clothes. There's also a lot of profit. You can go to Goodwill and pick up clothes for $1 a piece. Potentially, you could find something that's going to sell for 30, 40, maybe even upwards of $50. That's a big profit margin. Garage sale people have gotten too smart with eBay. They're putting their listing pictures now out. Oh, look, this sells on eBay for $55. I want 60, But you'll still find deals, right? So everybody's got their own little gig. Some people just do ephemera. Some people don't know how to sell ephemera. Some people don't know what ephemera is or what the word means. I don't know. Everybody's different. June, you and I basically have the same type of store. It's eclectic, right? A combination of everything from clothes to cameras and wires to collectible pens to lights and postcards and purses and cups and glass and books. And if it sells, we sell it. Now, most of my average price across the board, if you were to look, well, that should have given you a good idea right there on Rob's store. This is how you can kind of tell. So Rob has, where was Rob's store? Oh, I came out of Rob's store. I went into June's store to grab her link, didn't I? Just to give you an idea, right? So we were talking about active listings of 300, 500. What were we at? 556, but quantities of 1328. So where is my phone? 1328. What's my phone not here? How the heck is my phone not here? Oh, it's here. All right. So 1328. That is technically all the listings that I have. Well, at least Rob, 1328. And we're going to divide. No, actually, it should be the other way around. That was silly. Well, we're going to just do simple math here. Let's just do 24,000 divided by 1,300, just for shits and giggles. Right? Average selling price across the board, about $18.50 to make it simple, right? So I'm not particular about what I sell. When you talk about, there's a couple of listings on there that probably are 100 or 200, and then there's listings that are probably $10 or $15, or I take offers, right? I'm not particular in what I list as far as price wise is concerned. Some people are. June, you're not.
No, but probably I don't know. I'm getting away from I don't know. I like toys. I started off with the passion in toys, but I like I'm just said I really don't care,
Right.
If it fails, like you said.
Right. Yeah, my ASP is around 18. Mine too, Jenny. So
I have a lot of problem with ephemera, records, CDs, media, stuff like that. I'm not good
and
at
that's
that.
Jenny's wheelhouse. So everybody's different.
I don't like DVDs, records, stuff like that. I just jewelry, fashion jewelry. I'm not good at that. I like to play around with a little bit of it, but I can't tell what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not good at. And I went out and bought all that jewelry finder stuff and all. I mean, I got all that stuff, ring sizers and all this stuff, and jewelry detectors and all.
Yep.
I have sold some pieces, don't get me wrong, and I will still dibble in it, but I'm scared to say something about them and it be wrong. You know what I mean?
Right. And again, trust me when I tell you, this is stuff that educates us. And a lot of people, even with eBay, that's what they do. They learn from listing. That's how I learned about books. Like I could pick up a book and know, like, if it's a first edition, if it's a third edition, if it's a fourth printing, a first printing, right? Some people,
cool.
Yeah, some people don't know that. Some people don't know where to find that information, right? This is all just stuff, trial and error that you find along the way. And also when you go to look on eBay to find something that's similar or to sell it, a lot of times that can help educate you as well, because you'll know, oh, they're calling this color chartreuse, or
right,
they're calling this cropped, or,
it's so much information that comes your way.
Yeah.
It does. You're right. James said something the other day about that. He said, my goodness, you've learned so much.
Yeah.
In just such a short period of time.
Yeah, Jenny's right. Do what you enjoy. I do sell all different stuff, but there's certain things I generally avoid, mostly clothes and fragile items, which I don't have a problem selling a Murano glass piece or a pair of shorts, right? I'm a little hesitant with the Murano these days because I don't have my shipper here anymore, and he was good at that stuff. I just sent, my nephew is getting married, and him and his wife on their bridal registry had a yardro, a wedding yardro on it. And I can't even tell you what it cost, because I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it on the registry. I bought it on eBay. I think the retail value of it new was like $895 or something like that. But I didn't get them an engagement gift. I didn't go to New York for the shower. So I figured, it's my nephew and his future wife. And they at least want yardro. My kids wouldn't know what yardro was. Like, I love people who appreciate Lenox, Mikasa, yardro, things like that. So I spent probably more than I should have, not $895, and I bought it on eBay. Box was a little iffy, and I made it like I opened the box to pack it better. And I don't think she's going to say anything. And even if she says something to my sister-in-law, oh, well, sorry. You got what you asked for. And all right.
Just not the way.
It's just not a perfect box.
And they're probably not going to leave it in the box anyway.
I think I paid $279 for it.
They're still not going to probably leave it in the box anyway.
She's probably going to leave it in her cabinet. I was actually thinking that maybe, and I don't know about this, she might be considering it as a cake topper, depending on the size of her cake. I will tell you that my cake topper was a Lennox Bride and Groom from way back when. I still have it. It's in my cabinet. And that was one of my asks. And one of the girls in my bridal party, I think, bought it. But at the end of the day, this was probably 8 times the amount of that. But whatever. Hey, she doesn't appreciate it. She doesn't appreciate it. So I just had to pack it to go out.
She will.
The guy sent it pretty decently.
People don't care where it came from. It's not broken. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing it broken.
No, I think it was like new in pre-owned box. It probably was sitting on a shelf somewhere. Probably they never used it. Who knows what the situation was? They may have never even taken it out of the box.
I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have cared. I said, hey, I got my item, you know.
Just a suggestion, take all pictures of your products and put a copy of what's in the bin and keep a copy on the computer, a hard copy to carry of inventory. Okay, Kay, sometimes it's so hard to do that just because of the amount of items a lot of us sell and the turnover. I mean, I'm not that organized. That I can tell you for sure. That almost becomes paralysis analysis type of things because I don't have patience for that. And that again is truly why Rob did most of that stuff, because I did not have patience for that stuff. But we'll see how we move forward now.
Oh, that stuff. Well, you couldn't really do that because there's a turnover.
Yeah, the turnover.
There's stuff in and out of my bins every day.
Right. And the problem with that is too, and I used to keep pictures. My father was the one who made that suggestion way back when. Oh, keep all your pictures this way if the pictures fall off. Because remember when eBay lost all the pictures too? I don't know if you were selling at that time.
On my dolls. I do on my dolls. And when they're in the bin without a box, there's pictures of the dolls' heads of what's in the box. So that at a glance. Now, on my dolls that are in boxes, at the end of the box is a picture of the doll. So that whenever I look on the shelf, I know what box that doll, what doll is in that box.
In that box. I know what you meant.
I can't talk right now. I must need a shot.
Do you?
I think so. I'll be right back.
Yeah, please. Oh my God, please. Yeah, we need you to be well, June. No more sickness, please. Yes, she's, as you guys know, she's diabetic. So if she needs to go take her shot, she needs to go take her shot. But to keep pictures for a the problem with that becomes a lot of them start to look the same, especially like with clothes. I couldn't find this, and it's sitting here because I'm in Flip now looking for this item, and the same exact color on a pair of shorts keeps coming up, and it's not those shorts. And I'm like, that's not it. Keeps looking like this is it because it's the same. Keeps looking like this is what I'm looking for, but it's not. So that sometimes can be difficult as well. And sometimes you just got to say, all right, let's just take the pictures all over again because they look like crap or I can't find the item. I don't know. And that was the other thing I was going to say as well. When you take your pictures, do you guys take all your pictures first and then do your listings, or do you take your pictures as you do your listings one at a time? Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, KK. Do you guys do it one at a time, or do you take some people? I don't know. See, because that confuses me too. If I take all the pictures all at one time, I can never match up the pictures. I tried to do that with books once, and I was like, no, because I got the wrong page of the book in the wrong listing, and oh my God, that was a disaster. That, that comes sometimes is hard too. I prefer to do one listing at a time with the pictures. Now, I know some of you don't have to do that or don't, you can keep track of that. I'm just not good with that. Definitely not good with that. And then the other thing is that when you take the pictures and you do the listing, generally one at a time, right? Yeah, I do too, Jenny, because the other problem is that sometimes, and Jenny, you probably would relate to this as well, because you've got different variations potentially. You might have like let's just say Cinderella in a DVD, a VHS, a Blu-ray, a disc, right? A bunch of different things. And sometimes a Blu-ray and a DVD. Oh, gee, was that the Blu-ray? Was that the DVD? That's why sometimes I just like to do all the pictures one at a time, just so that those things do not get me confused. But that's just me. Sometimes I take pictures of 5 video games at once and list them on the couch in the morning. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess as long as you can decipher. For you, I guess, I'm giving a video example. It's just a cover and a back and maybe a copy of the disc. But sometimes when you got to put 10, 15 or, potentially a lot of pictures up, it can be a little confusing. I don't know. Maybe I just get confused too easily. I don't know. But how we doing, June? Did you get it? She's busy talking. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 media pieces I could list over there. I don't know if I'm gonna, but I could. There's that 6-change DVD player I sold for hundreds of dollars that never made it out the door a second time. Maybe I'll relist it one of these days. Anyway, I didn't even see what you guys said as far as your eBay stores are concerned. How is sales this week? Did this weekend pick up? I had a couple, nothing crazy, but a couple. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things with touching my eBay store every day and trying to get, get it refreshed with even pricing. And I think next week what I'll do is once I make sure I have everything relisted that fell off or maybe not. I don't know. Some of the stuff's not going back up. Some of the stuff's going out the door. But once I make sure I've got all that done, I think I might run a sale. Maybe do like a spring sale or something like that. The heck is that noise? Is that June? June, is there a mouse in your room? That was a weird noise. Did you guys hear that? Or is it just me? It's only the night before. Never take pictures and not list right away. I know, Jenny. I've done that too in the past. And I'm like, oh my God, what are these pictures from? Where are they? Where's the item? So many times I had to repeat taking pictures. So many times. Again, that's just me. Sales have been decent. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Hopefully things are picking up. Yeah, do you guys hear that? It's like a weird buzzing or something. How we doing, June?
I'm back. Yeah, 187. So that was what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. I took care
How
of
are
it.
your sales been this weekend? No?
One.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been listing every day too.
Yes. Yep. I got to do it tomorrow. I got about 30 minutes and I'll balance out.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you're all right.
So you said you're doing inventory and you're doing kind of like I had just showed the sheet
You'll probably take me about probably about 3 days, I think.
I would have to think with 1,800 items might take you a little longer than that. Yeah.
That's steady working it,
Right.
I mean, that's long hours too,
Yes.
and that's both of us.
And that's James helping you.
I'm thinking about getting Samantha to come over too, and that's hopefully not trying to find too many errors. But if we revamp, now we're talking several weeks. I want to get it done before I come, for sure.
Right.
We've had so many problems since January that I've had to fix.
Right.
And it's all when I had help, when I had to let it go.
Right.
100.
Okay, thank you. I'll be all right. He's worried. He always worries about me. So.
Well, I'm glad you took your insulin now, and you ate, and you ate.
I didn't. I gave it to him.
I thought you were eating it.
I ate 3 bites. What you saw me eat is what I ate. I gave it to him.
Why?
That's why. I haven't eaten since yesterday. I ate those 3 bites. That's about it.
Why? Because you weren't hungry?
I just didn't feel like it. That's my problem, is it comes and goes, Today's Sunday. It's because I'm right in between the major shot on Wednesday, the big one, and it always in the middle I get like that. He said that I've already taken 4 a day of diabetes medicine. He said I'm on a low dose of the one that's causing me to do this.
Right.
They have to adjust it. When I emailed him last week and told him that I was still falling, because of, the infection. And I'm not healing.
Right. Well, that's the diabetes.
He said that.
Yeah.
He said diabetes causes that, but the longer it does, that tells him that the medicine is not
doing
correct.
what it's right, doing what it's supposed to.
It tells him that I'm not regulated like I should be.
Right.
So he said he may up one of them. I said, okay, whatever. I try to do what they tell me to do faithfully on that. I really do, except when I leave town and forget it.
I know.
I mean, that was stupid on my part.
Yeah.
Well,
because you throw your whole body off then when it's, regulated, and then all of a sudden it's not.
Bad. That's not going to happen. But,
yeah.
But I also didn't know that being a diabetic the way I am and being on as much medicine is, he told me that they can override, if I do something like that happens again, they can override and write me a double script periodically. That way it won't I could, he's going to write me a script to send to you prior to. And I still have mine here.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
That way it doesn't happen.
Right.
The only drugs that can't be filled there are drugs that can't be transferred.
Right.
Or else they could have called it in.
Right. Well, that's what happened to Christopher when he was here too, because his mother-in-law had to overnight a lot of his seizure medication, because you can't, what's the word? You can't over state lines, write certain doctors can't write certain medications because they're, I want to say narcotics. They're all narcotics. What's the word? Controlled substances, right? There's certain controlled substances and things like that they cannot do. And a lot of those seizure medications are, so that was our biggest challenge. Even though he got them, I think he got them to call them into the pharmacy. That's why Jess had to run at 8:00 at night and go pick something up, because you know, it's like you with the diabetes.
And see, the one they delivered Friday from the hospital is $4,000. You
Yeah,
can't
that's the
just
other
get
problem.
that. And you
Right.
just can't get that when you're out of state somewhere, you know?
Yeah,
That's
especially if
money.
insurance is covering any of it, because they're not going to
Oh,
cover it
I don't
again.
have 1 cent, not even a deductible. I
Right.
mean, it's not like you could go out of state and say, "Hey, I'm out of this medicine." This that shot that I just it's like makes you weird.
Okay.
Makes you kind of weird feeling. But it's an emergency one. It's not I don't ever take that unless it is like you have a bad. He told me don't this is new. It's new. He just did it last week for emergency.
Okay. It's kind of like a rescue inhaler for diabetes. Yeah.
When I get over 175 and I was 187. So,
Okay.
because of the last bout of having to go in the hospital, let's just keep me out of the hospital because I'm supposed to go to the hospital at 180.
Okay.
Because what's happening, they figured out, he said, what's happening is when my blood sugar gets real high, it's affecting my blood pressure.
Right.
So I go way high and then I go way low and then I fall. Say it drops to like, my blood pressure will drop to like 70 over 50. And then that's when I pass out.
Right.
And this dresser that's right there, I caught this and then came down and caught the handle. Went on down. He wants to move the dresser or get bumper guards like you get for kids, but it's just easier just to move the dresser, I told him.
Oh my God.
But my craft room this is my craft room. It's so compacted, I don't have anywhere to move it. But anyway, that's life.
Oh, my
So,
glasses are ready at Walmart.
you think that I would have more room with the eBay if I would take toys and stuff like that out of the bins and put them on the shelf because you can stack them, right?
Well, I'm not sure because, well, I have a couple of that. Here's another inventory concern. And believe me, I don't adhere to it. And you know, I don't adhere to it. And sometimes it's not good. So think about the boxes that I have outside in games, which are not a lot, but I have some, right, outside on the shelves. Especially in the garage. What do you think's happening to them after a month or two?
The what? The boxes?
Uh-huh.
What?
They're getting dirty and dusty.
See, that's what I was telling James. I would have to dust all that stuff. I would just rather keep them in the bins, but keep like items together.
Warped.
Does that make sense?
Pat D's, what's going on?
Printing, warped. Well, what about keeping like items together? I would like that.
100%. I don't disagree with you, but keep in mind with your inventory what kind of task you're undertaking. Believe me, I'm undertaking a pretty decent task now because also I'm going through the A through Z bins, and a lot of the bins have 3, 4 items where they can hold 20 to 30 items. And I'm like, I can't leave these bins empty. So now my 29, 30, 40 bins that I have that have numbers, I'm starting to take them out and change them to A6 because there's no A6 in this bin, or B24 because there's no B24 anymore. But that's kind of like what you're trying to do. You're trying to put all of like items in the same bin, which means you have to now change all the SKUs.
That's what I'm saying. How would I do that though?
You have to do it one at a time. Well, you don't necessarily, June. Let me give you a word of advice because that's why I print everything out, and I hope that's why you print everything out. Do you have your SKUs on this list?
Yes, everything. Yeah.
Okay. So what you could do is, as you're doing the inventory, if you're going to change the SKU, write it on here first do all of your inventory.
That's what I'm saying. Do that first, right?
And then when you're all finished, go back and sit at your computer and then change. The problem with that is that you got to make sure you keep a hold of this, because if you sell something and you've now moved it and it's not changed in the computer,
I know where to go to
you got
get
to
it.
come on this sheet and make sure you know where you put it.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out, is if I do the inventory, get it done, then take bin 1 and say, okay, I'm going to put all toys in bin 1 through 20 or whatever. I'm going to go all through 116 bins and grab all the toys. I don't know how to do this.
And for those of you who have not subscribed yet to Print D's, make sure that you're hitting the 3 dots next to Print D's name. And go ahead and subscribe to our friend 3D Printing.
Something's wrong. Why is that chat doing that?
I'm so sick of listing board games that had gone unlisted. I know, Jenny. Jenny, you don't use any kind of cross poster like Flip or List Perfectly or any of that stuff, do you? Because that's how I found some of my listings that went unlisted. They were still in Flip. So the good news is I went into Flip and I grabbed a bunch out of there, and I was able to relist them without having to take pictures, without having to, pull them and everything. So measure. Uh-oh. My internet just went away. Did I just blink? I did, yeah. Right? I went, yeah, I see my internet light on.
You froze a while ago for a second. So
did I? Okay, yeah. That's the only good thing is if you do use a list, a listing service like a Flip or List Perfectly, you can go in there and see if you still have it. A lot of people list directly in there first and then share their listings to eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, Grailed, or wherever. I don't. I list everything on eBay first, and then I share it in Flip to the other platforms. But you could list them directly into the platform as well. It's up to you, whatever you feel more comfortable. Again, it's what you feel comfortable with. Now, my understanding is that also is the reason why in Flip, your items don't come down when you sell them. You have to physically go in there and remove them, is because you don't start your listings in Flip. You start them on a different platform, so it doesn't let you it doesn't take them down automatically. Now, someone told me that's changed now for List Perfectly. You can, but I don't know if that's true. I think you have to list them in List Perfectly first in order for that to happen. But if you guys, somebody out there uses List Perfectly and you want to, tell me yes or no, that. Hold on a second. So yeah. I haven't used the service so far. Oh, you haven't used any services. And, it depends on, so Jenny, are you cross-posting on any of the platforms like Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, any of those platforms, or you're not doing that? Did I put my Oh, I did. Okay. I was like, did I put my YouTube up? I did. I was going to say I had to have put my YouTube up because. Okay. There we go.
Drop a link to. Okay.
What's up, Patrick?
You guys are on early. What's going on?
Yeah, no, we came. This was just a little weekend kind of chit chat.
Oh, I thought maybe because after church, you guys, needed more blessings. And
We do. We have it. It's you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's true. That's why I don't do coffee in Sunday mornings anymore, because I was out the door at 7:45 this morning teaching the youngins. They're all for those of you that are familiar with reconciliation / penance / confession. My second graders, my first Holy Communion class is receiving penance next Sunday. So their first penance. So we were getting ready for that today. That's very interesting. We were talking about venal and mortal sins.
What's venal? I've never heard that word.
So for those of you
I have to study the Catholic faith.
You do have to study the Catholic faith. But I still have to study the Catholic faith sometimes. I get these questions. One of the kids in church was sitting with his father, and he's like, Miss T, is such and such a mortal sin? And I said, no, it's not. I said, you have to think of the 10 commandments. And then he looked at his father, and his father said, see, I told you. So it's probably a mortal sin if you break one of the 10 commandments. Otherwise, it's a venial sin. But anyway, I digress to that. Well, we could talk religion too at another time. It's like talking politics. I'm not going to talk either right now.
Yeah, don't talk about the Pope or Trump.
Right? No Pope, no Trump. Exactly.
Yeah. You could
mortal sin not to go to mass on Sunday. It is, Lindsay.
You
for
could
sure.
talk about
And I go to mass
Taylor
every
Swift.
Sunday.
Taylor Swift is okay to talk about,
Not in this chat. She's not.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Well, I don't know.
I'm not a fan.
I'm just saying the way the world is sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a fan. She's good looking and talented.
And
rich.
I guess I'm an I was a Catholic until about 25. Okay.
And
I said, I guess I'm committing a mortal sin.
Is it, you
You
want
have
to
to
see?
go to confession. You're not excommunicated, Lindsay.
You want to see what I 3D printed?
Yes, let's see.
Yes.
I'm looking at your death pile back there, Patrick. You need to get
gosh.
that listed.
No. What happens is it's this. Here, I'll show you.
I want to see. It looks like Epcot.
Yep.
Oh, guessed it right.
Disney pins and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
You did it, Epcot.
Yeah, this is Epcot. The ball.
I knew it. OMG.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
So my son wanted to know if we could make that, and look at all the detail on the ball.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
Yeah, 9.5 hours.
Impressed.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize how long that takes to do. I was watching your soap dish one the other day that you did when you with the Josh
Harry Tornado. Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of and things happen. Like Josh is printing because Camel Bots his first weekend is next week, and he made up these special. Here, I'll be right back.
Okay.
That thing's awesome.
It is, right? June, it takes so long though. I think each soap dish took 3 hours. That's crazy. You know, like how
money.
One soap dish takes an hour and 44 minutes. 4 soap dishes take 5 hours.
Okay.
That's
right.
why. That's why.
So here's a little. He made this a little Game Boy keychain.
Okay.
Too cute.
Yeah. So I saw a couple.
That's amazing that a machine you own could do something like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, here's even something I wanted to do. I thought with the new filament that we got, a little dragon. Look at the little dragon.
Cute.
Yeah, and I did it because of the color. Not that I'm into dragons, but
Right.
the Lucky Scratchers is something that we're doing.
Right.
But here's what he did. So this is good. This has a hole in it that could be, but sort of like a little medallion, but camel bots, right? And the theme is under the sea. So there's a little fish, camel bots 2025, and then the Hatboro Horsham is the first show they do 2020, and there's a little hole there so you could put it on a keychain because he hasn't, but he just hasn't done it yet. So this is going to be given out to other drive team members that run the robots. So he only made like 50 of these, and then this is going to be to random people that are. So he made a blue and a white one too, but yeah. So we've been cranking these out the last.
You could start a new craze, like a new POG craze, like Gary V's got his cards that he's trying to compete with. You could do something like that on here with like a POGs, like a bring back POGs or something like that.
Well, this is what I will say, and we're all guilty of it. It's amazing when Gary V or What the Hells or someone bigger will ask people for their money, and people just throw it at them.
I know.
A regular person gets on there and says, I need $2 for this item. I'm broke. I don't get paid the next week or this. And everybody's got an excuse not to support their family and friends.
I know.
I mean, I was in...
Listen, it was like me trying to sell a calendar with Robbie's recipes for, $20 or whatever it was. I couldn't even get a pre-order.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So that's... And I'll be honest, I find myself, I support a lot of other sellers. And there's a lot of bigger sellers that I've supported that, man, you could spend $500 in 3 years with them and get them to spend $10 on you. And I gotta get over that because, my wife doesn't even know, like, sometimes she's like my wife is like, no, she won't do it. Like, this is, and I put myself out there so many times, and
Well, you and I have a mutual friend who never super chatted anybody. And how many super chats did that person get over his life of YouTube at 100 and something thousand subscribers?
Yeah, it's just crazy. But Jen, and there's this misconception, Jen. I don't get why they want to support people that already make a lot of money. Exactly, and I don't give a shit because they blocked me, and I had no problem with What the Hells. I'm one of the few people that was in their house. But Jeremy's mindset is very selfish, and if you cross him, just something small, you're blocked. You're
Listen,
done.
Pat, we were blocked by guilty of association. It wasn't even that we did anything.
Well, I think I was blocked, guilty by association because of Donna, and then it really topped it off was Pirate.
Yeah.
Because
and Robin.
I had Pirate on my show. I didn't have but I didn't really have a public.
No, Mama G. Who was it? Mama G?
No,
it was Pirate. Okay, maybe
it was Pirate.
You know what? To even remember back then, and this is why I don't even want to waste my breath on this man, because why anybody would support that liar, thief? I could come up with a million acronyms.
Well, there are a lot of people. Look, I remember
a lot of people are fooled.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the income that these people make from YouTube. And they'll go on there and say, "Oh my God, I had a bad situation." They could go on there tomorrow and say that they had 2 flat tires, and so they will get the tires could cost $250, and people will super chat $1,000 to cover their future tires. It's just crazy.
Or have a fire.
Well, yeah.
Like another one of our friends.
The insurance paid that.
And June helped pay for that.
And June.
Oh, did you give money towards that? See, we're all guilty of Yeah. I mean, I that's what hurt
Quite
me.
a bit of money for that fire.
I gave $200 probably in super chats to What the Hells because I felt like it was like, all right, they invited me into their house. They were, and I was like, this is what you do because you hope that you're going to get it back. You're going to get $10 here, $10 there, or they're going to help you get. No.
Let me tell you something. I saw the writing on the wall, and Donna didn't want to believe me.
Hey, Craig.
Hi, Craig, honey. Donna didn't want to believe me, but I saw the writing on the wall the day all of a sudden the two of them were so chummy with me and Donna, and George, Martha wanted to come on as a guest to sell on my channel. Do you remember that, Patrick?
Yeah.
How long ago is that? Did they advertise it on their channel? Did they bring any of their people over? No.
Well, and again, this is where I'm going to is
they don't like to promote anybody else. They just want to make sure you're promoting them.
I heard June said she sold one thing, and I think that's what is wrong with the reselling community on YouTube is don't be fooled by channels that have that appeal to sell stuff because they're getting a lot of times many people that are supporting buying them, and then we could have these pair of socks, and I could get $2 for them, and a larger channel can get $10, and then you go and you scan things at the Goodwill, and you say, "Oh, this is good because so and so channel sells these," and they sell. Well, they sell because those people just want to buy and support them. And here we are 2 years later, sitting with the
same socks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Landshark. It's so true, Craig. It's so true. I mean, and we've all been taken by their fame and whatever you want to say, at the end of the day. Oh, George wants to come on and sell on my channel. Well, little did I know, all she wanted to poach was our 100 auction people that were in there and make money.
They want the free training, trial and error.
Right. Well, that was the other thing.
Yeah.
Yes. That was the other thing.
That's what it comes down to. But no, I don't know.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I feel like there's a core of people here in our community that really are true people, are true human beings.
Yeah, but there's a core of them that are struggling, and they're struggling because the perception on YouTube is that it's easy and you could sell anything.
Right.
And like I have people message me on my videos and comment like, "Oh, why would you sell that stuff?" And let me tell you, Whatnot, I'm doing much better than I'm doing eBay right now, but I never want to give up eBay because the margins are too good on eBay. But here's a dilemma I have right now, and people sometimes will rub it in or needle me, and it's like don't be an asshole. This has happened. I sold an item that was listed 3 years ago. Do you think I know where it's at?
No, we just talked about that. We just spent half the show talking about that. Yeah.
Do I have a SKU down there? You're absolutely right. I do. The SKU is 31822. You know what that means? That means that was listed March 1822. I listed that whole box. But what happens is funny because you said, what happens to cardboard when it's in a garage? Well, what happens to cardboard when it's in a basement for 3 years? Even though it's a dry basement, I run a dehumidifier in the summer. That dehumidifier will empty twice a day in the summer. In the winter, it'll take a week. So what happens is the box gets warped. It gets crumbled. Yeah. So things get combined together. And now what has happened with me, and I was going to make a video kind of talking about it, but Whatnot is blocking Whatnot. I need Whatnot because of the instant captive audiences buying stuff, but it's actually caused problems because it's 15 degrees in my garage. I got stuff out there that's probably eBay stuff, but it's buried with stuff that I bought for Whatnot. I can't sell it all on Whatnot because some of it is seasonal, like some of it's Halloween, summer. So it's. I've been really stressed out the last 2 weeks because of the weather. My wife is out of work again. I need to, and it just, I like reselling, but it's not easy, and it's not always
an easy gig.
and
You
it's
know,
not
I
always
did it
fun.
for years, but I was in corporate America. So like I had a major income to fall back on.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore. And now, I mean, I'm not crying, but now I don't have a husband. I'm not getting a couple of $1,000 a month with pension and Social Security. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
and let's be honest. You don't have a husband now that's going to ship and pack all the orders like you used to.
Right.
That was major.
Yes.
I mean, he did.
She just said something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I see now. I'm coming in with all the punchlines, and I wasn't even watching the show. So I hope I'm not screwing up your show.
No, but Pat, you're not wrong when you say that, and that's my biggest dilemma right now. Besides, income that he was getting is also the income that I was getting that he was helping with.
Right.
I don't have him here anymore helping me with that income. And that's a problem. And that's why also, and you said, I'm not giving up eBay. Well, I'm not giving up eBay either. I'm not giving up.
Well, I can't, because perfect example is if you sell, let's say, a sweat jacket for $20 on eBay, that's normally $50, and your whatnot audience only wants to pay you $5. It's like,
yeah,
it's so annoying. Even whatnot though, I mean, I know a guy, and good for him. He got it. That's the thing I find even with whatnot or YouTube. If you got in early and get an audience the right time and can keep doing it, he came on back from vacation. He did $11,700 in about 3 hours. The same things that he sells that he starts at, let's say, $40. I get passes at 25. And at 25, I'm making 5. And you know how hard it is to find stuff? You know how hard it is to find $50 items to buy at 20? Like,
right.
It's hard.
Yeah. Hi, Shani, honey.
Oh, Shani's giving some story. I had to go to get milk and bread. We're expecting 51 inches.
No, she's stocking up on her jeans. Good for her.
We got snow coming, and the plow guy quit because he said enough of this shit.
Hi, Denise.
Yeah, Denise, don't be walking around the house naked. You're live. I know, but I can dream.
I had to tell you to go get dressed.
I know. I had to go get dressed.
What did you just wake up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
No. I'll be on.
Let him fool you. He was in there taking a nap while I was doing laundry and everything.
I believe it, Denise.
I was awake at 10 because I have to take my meds. I have to take my meds 12 hours apart. But we were out late last night, actually.
I saw.
Yeah, so I like to go for a ride. We had to go visit her dad because the poor guy fell in the shower the other day and laid there until my sister-in-law came home. So he was, and then my nephew's pretty stocky like Josh, so they had to go, and he worked on the EMT, so they had to go and pick him up, and he's 85 years old and he's struggling, and so we went down to visit him. It happened like 3 days ago. So we went down to visit him, and then Denise's sister, Cheryl, was down there. So we were down there for like an hour and a half. And then I said, come on. And so we went to what's called the Q Mart. It's a farmer's market, but it's been around for like 50, 60 years or something like that. Oh, shush, Pat. So I outed her 51 inches of snow, and now she tells me to shut. This is why they don't invite men on, because the women all agree with each other, hugs, purse buying, and all that mushy stuff. A man comes on her, and kind of but then I get triple teamed, yeah. But anyway,
ganging up on you. It's okay.
We went to a vintage diner that I'm like, yeah, let's go to a place that's not a chain, and I was supposed to do a show. I only did one show on whatnot this week, and I just didn't feel prepared, and Denise has got to go in for a medical the thing tomorrow. I got to go to the heart doctor this week, and then Friday she goes back to another. So we have a busy schedule this week. And when the place that we go to a lot of times is an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes away. So it's plus with the appointment, a lot of times your day's gone. So if you're there at 11, you're not getting back home to 5 or 6. And sometimes you're like, do I really want to do a show?
So you just showed a card of Disney pins. Were you planning on selling those, or Denise is going to do the Disney pins? You said
Denise was supposed to do Disney pins on her channel, but she's not a talker.
right.
She's more of the behind the scenes, help her take notes, help me do the picking of the orders now. But it's funny because my son, my older son Nate, now he sort of has a personality of my wife, and he does, but he introduced his wife to Whatnot, and she's been probably selling for 4 months now, and so she does better because she's like a teacher too at school, so she talks to kids.
Right, she's used to being and talking in front of people too.
Yeah, well, she's just more of a talker and giggles and acts silly, and she don't talk to me too much because, but I'm the father-in-law, but she.
Are you a mean father-in-law?
I'm not mean, but I'm blunt, and I don't sugarcoat nothing. I mean, sometimes like we're talking about like, life and what's going on, and sometimes they just want to take it by the seat of their pants, and you got to prepare for the future. I guess she complained to my son one time that, geez, your dad sometimes all he wants to talk about is money and like finances and stuff like that. Yeah. So, because one time they talked about like, well, she complains about having to pay like a $1,200 school loan, and she was hoping that Biden was going to basically wipe out all the school loans.
Listen, for $1,200, she could probably, with her teacher's salary, wipe that out in less than a year.
Well, I mean, I think I don't know what she makes, but I know she makes about $50,000. And hey, that's what you signed up for.
Yeah.
And, but my son has been living in his house, and his mortgage is only $565 a month. And that includes his taxes, his insurance. It's a 2-bedroom house with a garage. And, they talked about one time about maybe moving down by her grandparents. Now, mind you, her grandparents are 90 years old, and she goes down and visits them a lot of times on the weekends. And, what are you going to move down there for? Your jobs are up here. And I said, and then what? You're gonna buy a house that now your payment is going to be $1,300 to $1,500 a month? I'm like, you bitch now about money. Where are you coming up with an extra $800-900?
Right.
And then I say, well, if you have kids, then that's another subject, because I don't know if my son, they take like 2 vacations a year.
Hey, my kids didn't have a child for 10 years. They were married for 10 years.
Yeah, well, my son is, he's 36.
I mean, I know, but so my son's 39 and he has a 3-year-old.
Yeah, well, yeah, and
that's only because she's 40. Otherwise, they might have waited longer.
They go on a cruise every year, and then they go.
My kids like that too. That's the millennial thing, Pat. These millennials,
they like to,
they're about themselves.
We didn't make the kind of money that my son and wife makes. We never made. I mean, they're making $100,000, and we never made that. I think the highest year was 2006. We made 80-some thousand. That when we had Subway, and that was a good year. But on average, a lot of times we lived off of 40,000-50,000. Now, geez, I mean, hell, 40,000 is just get by, because the cost of groceries and gas alone is just ridiculous. And then what happens?
I get sick when I think about some of my income over the years, and I don't have a pot to piss.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? I know. I know, because you have talked, and then when you say, geez, I mean, because
my accountant just finished my 2021 tax return.
Oh my God. Well, even remember back in the day what we were selling even on YouTube?
$175,000.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's low compared to some. And now you gotta.
I don't have a dime to show for it. Well, that's not true. I have this.
What's that? That photo?
No, my house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then too, when you do this business, what happens is you tie money up into inventory, and
Oh, I know. I
it's
reinvested every dime of that.
it's an educated guess whether you're going to sell it or not. And
Yeah.
I went through I was so pissed off and stressed out last night. At 1:00 in the morning, I'm downstairs looking for this sweatshirt, and I don't want to give the money back yet. It's only been 2 days. It's $25 sweatshirt that I probably paid $5 for, and I went through I went through not all of them, but 560 pieces of clothing are in that category, and I put it at 30% off. I sort of just want to reset.
Right. Hi,
Hey,
Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
What's going on? So let you answer a question, because June and I were talking about this with everybody. Do you separate your inventory based on item? In other words, are all your clothes together?
No, because if you put it in look, the way I do it now is different than I did it 6 years ago, because as you up your game or up your volume, it's much. In other words, if you have 400 items listed, that could be 10 totes. But when you get 4,000, so traditionally what I do is if I buy a bunch of stuff, I take the pictures, list it, and I tote it. I tote it with the SKU number, and that's it. So I may now I do generally try to, like, for example, clothes. I do generally try to say, okay, I'm going to list 20 clothes, and I put them all in the same thing. Now, in other words, so yes and no. That's a little bit
so,
of
my question is now, if next thing you're going to list is a Disney pin, do you put that in the clothes?
No.
No, I'd be so afraid you'd lose it in the bin.
No. The only thing I have done is I have put once in a while I'll take a coffee cup and I'll put it in with the clothes to have a cushion. But what I've been doing with some glassware is actually having a shelf down in the basement.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Putting all the glass on a shelf. My clothes are bag numbered in flats. Well, let me tell you, I did that already, and you'd run into the problem like, what is the armpit length? And I'm like, Jesus, I mean, it's extra large. I never go to Kohl's and Walmart and come with a ruler. Like, people are sometimes it's a $7 shirt. Stop being so.
Well, that was my problem the other night, Patrick. I had this. Oh my God, what was the brand name now? I can't remember now. I want to say Michael Kors. It wasn't, but let's just say Michael Kors men's size 16, 32-33 dress shirt. And they want the measurement from the back of the neck to the bottom hem.
On eBay. Well, even
and I'm like, are you kidding me? If you know what size you are and you're a 16 neck with a 32-33 length, why do you need the measurement from the back of the neck to the bottom hem?
Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to respond to Shaney. Shaney, do you know how many times I have the picture with the tape that says it?
Yep.
I'll say, well, the picture says, well, yeah, but the tape measure looks like it's 21, but you have 20 written down. So then I'm like, oh, God, pull it up. Look at
Robbie used to have a fit with that when they asked for measurements and it was in the listing.
And you're like, I had a lady the other day, like, oh, the inseam seems like it says it's 28, but looking at your tape, it looks like it's 27 and 7/16. I'm like, lady, I mean, I had a guy, I think it's a guy, maybe it's a lady, but in January he wanted a base, $32.99. Would you take 25? I said yes. Oh, asked me all kinds of questions. She didn't buy it. I'm gonna say she, right? Now all of a sudden, would you honor the 25? I said nope. It's $32.99. And then she goes, oh, well, maybe. I said, well, maybe in March I'll lower the price, because it's a person. It's a difficult person. I don't even want to, this bullshit that you gotta, like, well, you just gotta no.
Well, that's why I said to June also, sometimes when there's no measurements, I feel like there's buyers that seek out that, like, they want to just ask you the measurements. Does that make sense?
And to be honest, if let's say it's a $5 or $8 item,
Right.
How much work do you want to put into it?
I'm about ready not to list anything less than $10.
Now, I've had a couple times where I knew like I couldn't find it, and I want a refund. And it's okay, I give them a refund, and it's too late. I can't get the eBay refund because what I do is I print the labels and go to pick. And you know how it is after 5 days? And eBay's argument is they won't give you the money back. They won't give you the money back because they say they pay the person. In other words, like Shippo or Pirate Ship, and
Right.
That's the excuse they give. But
That's
you know
why
what I mean?
I use Pirate Ship. I can refund a label for up to like 30 days.
Now, I have one thing I have done is sometimes when I feel like I'm wrong, I'll be honest. I've already I've already refunded, and I tell them if I had like someone wanted a bra off the Target pallet, I just send them the bra for free. I said I have the label,
Right.
and I just want to prove the point that I wasn't like some kind of scammer or trying to, you know. But
Well, June said that she had a really nice interaction with a customer, and she says as soon as I find it, I'm sending it to him for free.
I already have the label, so I'm like, I had a person the other day. They ordered on Thursday, and they're already asking me on Saturday why didn't I ship the item.
Oh, I hate that.
And I said, well, first of all, even with me being below standard now, they allow you 4 or 5 days. I said, and then you feel like you got to be like a company. Well, we're closed this weekend, and I said, this is what I said. It's like you can't have a family life on the weekend. I mean,
there's no use to Amazon, Pat.
Yeah. So I said, you know what? You want it too fast for me. I said, here's your money. I did. I wasn't looking for the item. I gave them their money back. And I mean, we're talking. It was a $3.50 tank top from Target.
Yeah. I got a lot listed for less than 10.
No, you can't, Shani. You can't void the label after 5 days. You cannot void that label after 5 days. Shani's saying if you void, you get your money back.
Yeah, but it's Pirate Ship. Shani probably uses Pirate Ship.
Oh, I'm talking about eBay.
Yeah, most of us don't use the labels on eBay unless I have to send it FedEx, which is very few and far between. It really depends if it's depending on what it is. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I probably lose. You know, it's just been terrible. And then I'm moving stuff around because we do this. Whatnot has taken over the house. The house is out of order.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought maybe that was your death pile back there.
No, that's boxes of Disney. And we did. What happens is we've been doing because of the lighting, and we have another table here. We did a Whatnot show the other day. So a lot of times I'll stand like right here, and we have a big in our dining room like a bar,
right?
And I'll do the lives from that table, and then my wife will sit over there, and then I'll pull stuff off, and you know, and constantly, because once you get it going, you want to constantly feed it.
Oh, you do, Shani? Oh, she says she uses eBay. Well, Pat's saying because he can't find the shirt now, he printed the label.
Well, the perfect example is you get an order on a Thursday, and then you know, life happens a day or two. You know, you say, okay, as long as I ship it by Monday. Well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was 4 days. So if you don't find that by Monday, and even though 2 days, you know, and then people say, well, you shouldn't print the label. Then I've heard that. The problem is, Uh-oh. I heard some echo.
Yeah, I heard it too.
I should put those earbuds back in.
Junebug.
June.
You
I
echoed
put them
me.
back in the case.
All right.
Sorry.
Craig, I think they changed my handling time because I was above standard for years, and just the last year and a half.
Well, you know what is going to do it to you is when you lose stuff like that sweatshirt. That's what's going to bring your thing. Yes, you're right, Craig. Saturday and Sundays don't count.
My shipping.
Yeah, but not in the customer's eyes.
Right.
In the customer eyes, they count.
My shipping and handling's 1 day.
Well, mine usually is too, but like I said, Now I had 4,000 items listed on. Now mind you, I had 4,000 listed on eBay, right? And then approximately 600 on Amazon, and then all the stuff for whatnot. I mean, we're talking when I buy 4 pallets, let's say, of liquidation, you're literally talking like, you know, you could have 1,000 cases of stuff.
Right. But one of the reasons why you fell below standard is because you couldn't find the item to ship.
Well, late shipment, yeah, and eBay, you could be. Let's face it, and I you know, I'm putting myself out there, but it is. I'm not going to lie and try to make it. I'm a super eBayer. You could be at 92%. That's not good enough.
Right.
So you literally could, you know, 92 items out of 100 be perfect, ship it in one day, no issues, and
Right.
that 8% that, oh shit, I had someone remember those medicines that I shipped to you?
Yes.
I didn't know, and I had yeah, it does, because the algorithm
Suppress your items. Yeah, they
Yeah,
suppress your items.
they suppressed your items for sure. I had those listed apparently. So what happened was they expired November 2024. That's why I was giving them out. Remember?
Right, right.
So apparently I had a listing on my eBay store and I forgot. Someone bought it in January. Well, I don't even have it because I gave them away or threw them away. So I canceled the sale. I said, look, these are expired 11/20. I said, we threw them out and stuff. They're, you know, well, that person left me negative feedback, even though a sale wasn't, you know, complete. And there you go.
I got evaluated the 21st and got 100% and over, I mean, the top, whatever they call it, top seller.
Top rated seller.
Yeah. 100% over the last 12 months.
No, I think I fell to above average this month. I'm not a top rated anymore.
See, and part of my problem is back in August, September, I get an email from eBay and they say, oh, you qualify for take one of those eBay loans for inventory.
Oh, I get that all the time.
So I did it with that Libris 20, I think it was 2,500, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to pay back 3,300.
Right.
And then
that's like a PayPal loan. It works exactly like a PayPal loan.
Yeah. So, but they take Libris takes every day. Every day, it's daily payout, right?
Well, so does PayPal when you're making sales. Like, so if I used to invoice and let's say I invoiced you $100, they would take 10 of it or 20 of it, whatever the percentage was. You opt in for the percentage.
Yeah. So part of because then you get better terms. So anyways,
right.
Like, you know, out of that, I think it was, and that was an afterthought. I'm like, holy shit, that was expensive. That was like a, you know, 33. I'm like, shit, that's like 40% interest. And so now I'm down to about 1,600, but it's like, holy shit, when your sales aren't there to match what you're like, you know, it's like, oh. And here's another thing. You print the label and you have the sale. Libris takes their cut. So in 3 days, if you refund the people, it don't matter. Libris already has their money. They're not giving you no money back. That's your. I want to basically kind of go through the whole store and just restart. But yeah, it's honestly, I wish I had 2 people. I wish I had kind of 2 people for like 3-4 days just to kind of come in and just like, and this is why I want to put a little building out on my own property instead of paying rent, because, you know, I can then set it up and get it organized the way I want. And like right now, there's even things in the garage, but when it's 15 degrees out there and it's windy, 52 mile an hour gust, what the hell are you getting done?
Right.
Nothing.
You don't want to be out there.
I can't. In the summertime, I could put a tarp up and pull everything out the garage. If it sat there overnight, who cares? It's 70 degrees overnight. No one's going to bother it, you know. And,
right. Good, Craig. That's really awesome. See, he's got 11 going out today.
Oh,
That's
big deal, Craig. He sold 11 penny items.
oh, stop. Jealous. Pat's just jealous,
That's
Craig.
great.
He's
No, but you know what? Jenny probably has at least 11 going out. And it's true what they say. You know, and that's why we joked before about some of the big talkers here on eBay or on YouTube, right? Who they probably don't even sell 11 items in a week.
That's me.
No, I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the people that do all this content and make it like they're such big eBay sellers.
It almost though, June, if you only have one going out, do you ever look at yourself and say, what the am I doing wrong? Is my prices too high?
Nah. I don't
Yeah,
ever do that.
I know, because
I actually sit and say, why don't nobody buy nothing from me?
but
No,
nobody.
I think, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder what happened to him. I look down and I look back up and he's gone. I said, did he fall out of the chair?
No, I dropped this and it rolled. You know, the thing is on eBay.
Sometimes I do wonder if I have my stuff priced too high, but I have a lot of people that tell me that I don't.
Well, if you only sold one item this weekend, something's wrong.
One item in 4 days, I think.
Yeah. So you get to the point where maybe you should say, and here's where I'm going with this. Maybe number one, maybe you should do a sale, do 20% off. Number two, whatever you're buying, if you buy something, let's say $1,000, don't buy it for $1,000, buy it for $800, because you know your end price, you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting. So now we have to reevaluate ourselves that we're overpaying sometimes for stuff. We are. I mean, I talked to Brian about that a lot. He'll go in and buy, let's say, a $5,000 deal that the seller will tell him, oh, you could turn around and sell this for $10,000. Whenever they say that, I said, well, then why don't you do it yourself?
Right.
You know, real. Yeah, you see what Craig is saying?
Yeah, I do that. Now, I always ask T, I said, T, if something's sold, okay, I'll give you a prime example.
Yeah, tell them about the example we talked about.
Yeah, there was an item. They had one listed for sale for $45. None sold.
I thought one had sold.
No, I wouldn't want to talk about the one that's that one.
I don't know. I thought one had sold for 40. One was listed.
Yes, one sold for 40. One was listed for 45, and I had 5. What would you do? Somebody in the chat said they would sell it for 47, where they'd have room to play. Personally, I was thinking, oh, well, I should sell it for $38 and beat both of them. Somebody said, no, I would sell it for more than 48. I see. So do you go higher than neither one of them? Do you go in the middle, or do you go less than what the sold price? Pat, you're not answering me.
No, I'm listening to you. I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay, which would you do? One.
Yes, Craig. Yes, one had sold. All right, so one had sold for $40. One was listed for 45,
and I had
5.
What would you do?
Now the thing is, I would probably list it at what the average is.
Now I'm going to tell you, it's something she got from me. It was actually a whole lot of stuff. And
see, that's what I said. No, he said 38. I said go lower. Right.
The scent is what the thing is. The scent is the rare part of the item.
Discontinued. They do not
discontinued scent.
The item discontinued scent as well.
It's a body spray.
Right. The one at 45 has not sold. Correct.
But
So
was that the
it's
same
been
scent?
at that price.
Was that the same
Correct.
scent, June?
Yes, the
It
one
was.
same
Okay.
scent is on sale. That is on for sale now, and the one sold was the same scent.
Well, I would always start out the price. Like if people were selling theirs 35 to 40, and like Craig writes, you're at 37.99. You know, you say, okay, let's put, and then in a month, if it doesn't sell, I think the problem, like I
Always try to beat the one sold. I mean, the one that's on sale. That's on.
I have a problem with that now. Why is it taking 3 years to sell something? And there's a lot of people in here that have stuff that's
One. There's been only one ever sold. One only ever, two only ever listed.
Well, then that problem is if one are ever sold, it's not something that's commonly known that people are typing in the search bar.
Well, no, the other ones are selling because they're not the same scent, but they're selling for less.
Yeah.
So in other words, there's like 5 cents.
Right.
But this one particular scent is like kind of rare. It doesn't exist.
Right.
People didn't sell it because they loved it. They kept it.
Right.
So there's plenty of solds, but let's just say this
Right.
is cinnamon and everything that was lavender sold.
Right. I put.
She has no money into it. She bought it from me on an auction, all 5 bottles. So, you know, maybe $5 a bottle, if that.
Now, if it doesn't sell, then you become a YouTuber and you make a video that this was a bad buy and I decided to burn my death pile. And then you hopefully hope you make $1 million from the video.
Oh, because the alcohol is going to go up in flames.
But then I turn around and I got from Donna in a lot a rubber stamp and sold for $100.
Oh yeah, it happens.
Yeah. No,
But
she has nothing to lose at $37.99. Craig.
And also, I think, are you doing this, June? Are you sending out offers?
Yes, every faithful.
Yeah.
Every time it pops up, boy, I do it.
Yeah, send out offers.
See, I wish they would change that. I don't understand why if I have a watcher on something, I can't send them a freaking offer.
Exactly. We have to wait for them to let us.
I have to wait till I have. Yes, Craig, I agree.
I listed one.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, T told me that. I only listed one.
Because otherwise people are like, oh, I have time. Oh, she'll
just
drop
like
the
on the
price.
One lotion, the face anti-wrinkle stuff. I have 155 bottles.
Well, sometimes some of the watchers are other sellers.
Yes.
They want to see what you're going to sell yours for.
They run $12 a tube. I listed 2 for $12. Buy one, get one free. I didn't say. I said get one free, so it made it look good, even though they were getting a bargain. Because the other people were
they sell for $12 a piece, so you get 2 for $12.
But I have 155 of them, so I said, I'll just do something here.
Now you guys are.
I don't have it listed yet. I have it in draft. I'm going to be listing it tonight to go drop tomorrow. That's the way I do my store.
You guys are
I put my stuff in draft, and I drop every 15, 20 minutes tomorrow. Ooh, I love those things.
What's that?
Those softy pad things.
Yeah, this is I use for the pins.
Yes, those are nice. Those feel good on your feet.
No, he's putting his pins on them.
I know. I love those things on the floor, though, is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so that was the other thing, too, with 155 of them, and she's doing 2 for 12.
They're selling for 12 a piece, and I'm selling mine 2 for 12.
Does she list 5 of those at a time? That she has 10 of them?
But I did 3 lots. So it's actually 6 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3 lots. I put lot of 2.
Now, let me ask you a question. Are you using the multi-quantity discount on those as well? You can, you know.
Do what now?
Use the multi-lot discount. So in other words, if you come across somebody who wants 6 of them or 3 sets of 2, they get like another 15% off.
Oh,
Do you do that?
I don't know how to do that.
All right, I'll have to show you how to do that. It's
We'll
not
do
that
that
hard. It's
next
not that
month.
hard. Yeah, it's not that
That'll
hard.
be. I'll write that down with variations.
Variations and multi-quantity discounts. Because that's a good thing too, because somebody who really likes that stuff and, you know, maybe only wants to pay 1 shipping charge or something like that. You know, that might be a good
Now
way.
what I do on that, when I have multi-quantity and it goes down to shipping and it says what I do add. I used to say $1 extra, but since shipping rates have gone up, I have increased that depending upon the price of the item or the weight of the item, excuse me. $1.50 to $2 I have to add to shipping.
Okay.
Multi-quantity.
I won this on a show. I don't even know what the hell it is.
It looks like a necklace.
Jesus, money, it wouldn't fit around my bicep. What? It just fits.
Yeah, but it's a choker for a little girl, maybe. Let me see the very front of that, Patrick. Yeah, it's probably for, it's a good, yeah. I mean, unless it's a dog collar.
No, it's, I don't know. Who knows?
But yeah, it could be for a young girl or something, or somebody with a very small neck. You know,
It just fits my bicep.
Somebody that may be gothic.
That's T, gothic. That's even the thing when you do a whatnot show. You bring out 50 items, and if you pass 15 items, where do you go with it at the time? You're like, you're dumping it on the table because you're trying to constantly keep a flow.
Right.
Yeah. Now
No,
I'm sorting stuff now. You got me guilty. Your place looks like a mess. Turn the camera off. These things, I sell. They sell in the store for $5 to $8. I sell them 2 for $3 on the whatnot, and sometimes it's like if people don't want it, they don't want it. The difference in whatnot is that captive audience. You got the stuff in front of them, and hey, Pam, what's up?
Hi, Pam. Hi, honey.
Hello, Pam.
I got to turn my camera off now. I don't want Pam staring into my pile.
You're ridiculous.
Then she'd be like, I can't, geez.
I have to ridiculous.
I have to have standards.
You?
Yeah. I mean, like I'm some kind of putz.
I may have to mute.
Hi, Pam. How are you, sweetheart? Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Pam, I want to show you what I've just made. Have you ever been to Disney?
So now, why did you make that? Did you make that to sell, or did you make that just because?
My son, Nathan, asked if we could make it.
Okay.
He says, he said somebody had written down. He sent me a message. They took 34 hours to make theirs.
Wow.
Now, maybe they had a printer that it was older and a little different. But our printer, our newer printer, made this in 9.5 hours.
I still think that's so crazy, like 9.5 hours. But do they give you a guide with the printer on how to make that, or you have to figure it out yourself?
No. Well, this is what happens is there's called like Maker World. So someone designed that and already printed that.
Okay.
So if they want to share that CAD, that file,
okay,
you download that file and then you can make it.
Do you have to pay to download that file?
Some you do, some you don't.
Okay.
Some, if you're part of the printer people that you buy from, they encourage people to upload, and then what happens is that if it gets uploaded so many times, the company will give them a gift card.
Oh.
So it's like a little back end thing, like, hey, buy a printer from us, and we'll have some. Like, so if let's say, for example, 200 people downloaded this, they would give that guy like $50 gift card.
Oh. Okay.
Because but and then you got to make sure if there's licensing rights to resell. Some people won't do that.
Right.
Now there's things that we design, are like the soap dish was designed in our own in CAD. So
right.
that
You did your own design.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, it's not like you can pop out a Mickey Mouse and sell it.
No.
Right.
I mean, people.
I mean, you could.
People do at craft
People
fairs.
do it on Etsy all the time.
Yeah. So you'd be lying to say the problem is with that is anybody who has a 3D printer can do that. So you got to come up with. I mean, when we were at the Q-Mart yesterday, we saw a lady had opened a print place in there because it's only open on the weekends, and she was selling all kinds of dragons. Now, like would I buy the dragon? No, but kids walk by buy them.
Right.
All right. We'll have to jump off too.
Yeah, we're gonna jump off. We overstayed our welcome.
I got to run.
All right, guys. Listen, thanks for coming in. I so appreciate it. Don't forget Tuesday. Tuesday's our late night, right? Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern for our listing party. This Tuesday, 8 p.m. I'm gonna put up a schedule or put up some things because some nights are not gonna work for me. This week is gonna be a little crazy.
Right.
He's not. Anyway,
not right.
Thank you everyone for coming in. If anybody needs anything from me, always remember all my information is in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please go back and watch my older videos. Give me a thumbs up. If truly you guys know, I put all my information in the description below if you need to reach me.
If anyone didn't like the show,
yeah, well, my phone number is in there.
Yeah.
Text me, call me, whatever you want. But thank you guys. Great to see everyone. Thank you for the love and support as always. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great night.
Bye, guys.